Welcome back, you guys.
Hey everybody, it is Vicky,
And Coco.
and this is the Convict Podcast.
Woohoo!
Yes, oh my gosh, this week is so exciting for us because we released to the public.
Guys, it was a journey.
When I tell you I almost threw up, like, I don't know how many times, just from the nerves and like the excitement and just like the push of like actually putting what we do here
Right.
out into the world for public consumption. And it was just like, it made everything real.
It did.
And
It really solidifies like, oh, we're just not like doing a regular catch up. It's like we're actually like recording and putting it out there, which is like a great
yeah,
feeling.
like this is that, and this is exactly how we envisioned it to just have like a fun girl podcast where we're talking about our lives, pop culture, and a little deep discussion, but really just like having good girl talk conversation and then putting it out there just to be relatable and funny and enjoyable to all of our peers. And we're doing
We're
it. So
doing
that's
the damn thing. I'm
exciting.
proud of us because I feel like again, convict has been such a discussion, like just us talking about it for so many years, and to actually put it out, to actually see it like online is hella
Mm-hmm.
crazy. To see it on
I
Spotify and
know.
Apple Music and YouTube,
I know.
I was like, wow, like that's insanity right now. But
It has
it was great.
it has like a whole cover art. It has we did description, like we did all the things, and it looks like legit, you know?
Yeah,
Like we're still working on like the editing and all of that, but we we're
we're doing the
we're
damn thing.
podcasters,
We're
girl.
podcasters. We're basically in the podcast
Me.
community.
So I just want to say thank you to Connie for being my partner in this and for being a big part of making one of my dreams come true.
And I want to thank Vicky for making my dreams come true with this podcast and for being my partner in this. And then I appreciate that we can have such open like dialogue with each other because like we've known each other for so long already where we're not like, oh, like is it rude to say this? Like we'll just say it to each other, which is great. Say like the responsibilities here of making this podcast is divvy between both of us. But like I know you took the brunt of the whole like work. Like the descriptions, I was like trying to be funny and quirky and everything, like cutesies and whatever. But like to learn how to upload is a task, which again October 23rd, Wednesday, like that. We were like nervous and everything. And then Apple Podcast played us. They were like in 24 hours. So I'm like, well, at least Spotify will be released. And then they're like, you uploaded this 8 hours ago. And I'm like, you said 24 hours. That was
I
a mix of wins.
literally I literally published it. I was still publishing episodes
Yeah.
when the first episodes got published. And I was okay with it because it said it'll take up to 24 hours to publish. I look in an hour, I go to my podcast to switch the podcast I was listening to, and Convict pops up, and I'm like, what? Wait a minute.
Hold
This is
on.
I called Connie immediately and I'm like, go to Apple Podcasts, type in this, tell me what you see. And she saw it and I made my husband do it and he saw it and I was just like, this is
Like they were
happening.
published, and then YouTube and Spotify published at 8, which was
Yeah,
amazing too. I was like, oh my
yeah.
god. And then
I think
sorry.
even having like one view, I'm just like, oh, somebody's watching.
Girl, like those view counts, I check it now. Like how many people have
Yeah.
viewed us? Like is it getting shared? It is amazing. Like it's such a great feeling. I'm really proud of us. Like I love us. Like
Yes,
look
love,
at
love,
us.
love.
We're really
I'm
doing
get like
great.
I can't even do it
I
cool
can't
because like
do I
I don't
can't.
even understand what fingers they
I
use,
think we
but
use it in this.
I feel it makes me feel like my hands are backwards.
Yeah, like
Like
sometimes I'm like they go like I
the
don't know.
geometry isn't geometry.
No, literally
Like
sometimes I'm like, what am I? No, I
like
can't.
I
They
want
do
to
it
be
so
cute
simple.
like
Oh wait, I think it's you know what? Let me not try. Let me not try.
I don't know. I want to be cute like them, but I'm not. I need. I need to be close to a Gen Zer. I need a Gen Zer to like be my friend and keep me hip. Like I'm
Girl,
too removed.
to remove from the, that's why my friend, she's a teacher, and like their school year they have like new words they come up with, so she keeps me young because sometimes she'll like drop the words. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Oh yes, you told us.
Yeah.
You're the only reason I know about Brat Summer
Brat
or
Summer
Alpha. I still don't know what that means.
or
Or
Beta. They were also
I
using Beta for a hot minute, and I was like, oh, okay,
don't even understand. Like,
I don't understand. But you
ooh,
know what? Ooh.
that's an old lady crack. That's that creaky bones I be talking about.
I know. By the way, guys, I know I sound so weird. I am actually fighting a cold. Like it got me. It
She
got
got the
Coco, and I'm surprised it didn't affect my throat. For like,
pause.
I think Wednesday or Thursday is when I really felt it. I was like, oh, I'm about to sound like Sophia Bush with that raspy voice. And I guess today, like, the other days passed, and like just here, like the stuffiness is just here now, the congestion.
Thank you for bringing up your voice because I just remembered, even though I just said this to you like
Yeah,
10 minutes ago. Listening. So I've been the one like editing the pod, so I have to listen to my voice. And I feel like everybody feels this way about their voice, but I hate my voice.
girl.
It is so scratchy
No, it's
and like
not.
I just don't like it. I'm not gonna get into the deets. So I'm gonna try to talk.
Oh my god. I don't think you should change the way like the
No, but I just mean like this level. Like I feel like in the other pods, I'm like, hi, and like I don't know, I'm doing some extra shit. I don't know what I was doing, but I feel like if I talk like this in a normal tone, then maybe it'll be less annoying when I'm listening back.
stop.
We'll see.
I don't think you sound annoying at all. I think you sound
Thank
amazing. So don't like
you.
it's our voice. I mean, I also like when I hear myself on records, I'm like, oh, cringy, like, oh,
Yeah,
is that me?
exactly.
But no, we can't change the formula now. This is who we are. Although sometimes I hear my
Uh,
voice, I'm like mute.
All right, so what else did you do this week?
So this week, the play got me. No, I'm joking.
The plague is wild.
Um, literally this week I've been like a hermit at home because I couldn't get anybody sick. I don't want to get anybody sick. The also thing is this week New York was on some bullshit because Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday it was like 80 degrees on October. And then Thursday, Friday, and even today it's like a crispy 61-ish, which is perfectly fine. But I'm just like, yo, like, come on. Like, that's how I'm getting sick because of the drastic change of temperatures too much. Whereas, like, it's October. The 80s should be been gone. Like, global warming. Two, I want to wear my fall clothes because I know in November we're going to jump to like negative 32, and I can't have that. Can't do that. I want to wear my cute stuff still. Also, guys, I last episode I said I lost my wallet. Turn of events, I actually found my wallet.
Was it in a bush?
No, girl, imagine. It wasn't, but it was in the purse I had checked already 5 times. And it's like what they say in Murphy's Law. Like you check, and then I swear to God, it just like popped out. But one of my credit cards was missing. So I know, and this is the card that they tried to do fraud on. So I know I lost that card. But I had everything else, all my IDs and everything. So I guess that card I just misplaced.
What is Murphy's Law to
Murphy's Law
you?
is what I take it as this. This is again convict facts.
Yeah.
What they say is like you'll be looking for something or something like right in your face, and then you won't see it because it disappears in your like face. And then
Okay.
Murphy's Law is that like as soon as when you're not looking for it, you find it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like it's really like I was really mad. I mean, I do have my license again, so we're back to driving. But
Okay, now go change your address.
again, now I have to do that. Like I really have to do that. But
Like
I have a
Jesus.
license, so that's all. Now I could drive to the DMV and be like, I have my license. Again, I will have all the stuff they need me to have. But at least, and you know what's crazy? All my credit cards came to get like replaced. Updating all the auto subscriptions that I forget I have is the worst thing in the world because I'm like, what credit card was this on? When am I doing? It's too much. Excuse me, sorry. This is a Dayquil and NyQuil hitting my whole body system right now. Um, fine. Fine. Um, but yeah, so that's the change of events for me. How was your week, girl? Talk to me.
So this week, outside of, spending the entire day trying to upload the pod to the public platforms, I have been, so as you guys know, I work from home, I work remote, and then I'm also doing the podcast. I'm also learning to like make candles and other home decor from sustainable, materials. So I spent a lot of time trying to practice making candles, and so I wanted to start vlogging it because I feel like I could make a lot of content. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I work from home, I'm a podcaster, I'm starting my own business. It's a lot of information. I've had a business before, so I have that information I could put into it. So I started to try to vlog. I don't know how to vlog. It's like I don't know what to do. Okay, so like I put the camera on,
Uh-huh.
check. I'm in the camera, check. But then like my camera died and then I completely forgot about it. And I'm just like, am I supposed to just have it on all day?
I think so.
Like maybe I need to be maybe I need to create a plan. Okay, so this is my new plan.
Okay.
My new plan is to create a plan for what vlogging videos I want to do, like what content I want to be in the videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna create like a chart and I'm gonna put video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm gonna give them names and like content I want to put in each video. And then I'm gonna videotape myself doing those things. I think that makes a lot
I
more
think that's good.
sense.
That's like an outline, like of what you
It's
have.
an
I
outline.
like that.
It
That's
gives me direction.
uh-huh.
Okay, so this week was a failed vlogging week, good podcast week, good work week, good everywhere else, but failed vlogging week.
It's just that you were trying.
It's a process. It's a process. I'm doing something new, like give
Exactly.
myself a break. I also ordered some new candle materials. So I originally bought when I was doing my hyperfixation crazy girl stuff, I originally bought some stuff from Amazon and it finally came this week. And I just want to say, fuck whoever put that item up for sale because what you said you were sending is not what the fuck you sent.
Really?
Okay? I just want to put that out there. I see you. And no, I'm not going to return it because I'm going to keep it so I could practice with it. But still, I'm missing like 3 different things from there. And I am not happy with you. And I will leave a very bad review on your page because that is not correct service. But other than that, I'm just practicing creating candles, which is a lot more scientific than I thought, which I'm not saying I am gonna give up on candle making. I'm just saying, not my favorite part. I just
Well, at
want to
least
make
you're
candles
trying
that
it
smell
though,
good.
girly. Like,
I don't want to be doing math, but you have to do math when making candles, and I didn't anticipate that. So, yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. I digress.
I think you're gonna be a great candle maker. You already made some in
Oh,
your house.
I do. I have one lit right now.
What's the set that you have lit right now?
That's such a great question. So I threw a whole bunch together.
Ooh.
So it's coffee, coconut vanilla, lemongrass, and a hint of gardenia. So it
Okay.
smells like a little cozy, but also a little like perfumey.
It's a good scent though.
Yeah, it doesn't stink. It smells good.
Yeah. Because you know what, it's
I
also
don't.
like I feel like you walk into a house and you like that smell and that comfort, especially that your house
Hmm.
is so homey. Like
Yeah.
I that kind of smell must just like bring delight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like that's another reason why I love candles. I feel like when it comes to me being overstimulated and overwhelmed, I often like to like light a candle to like lighten my mood or like, give myself some fresh air or like an aroma of peace. And that's why I like to light them. So, but I mean, I could go down a whole rabbit hole about like store-bought candles and the paraffin in it and the headaches they cause because they have toxins in it. And it's a whole thing. Yeah, so like regular wax has a lot of toxins in it. The wax that I'll be using is like coconut soy wax, which is clear. Alexa, off.
Not
I swear.
Alexa interrupting the podcast.
Like, nobody even mentioned her name. Nobody's even talking to her.
She's like, I will make
Anyways,
myself. She was talking again. I was like,
right.
geez. Me staring at my camera right now, like, bitch, are you
It's like
even
I'm living
talking?
with somebody, or like I'm alone with somebody.
That's so scary when you're home alone and your Alexa starts talking. My Alexa starts talking too, like around 5 o'clock, and I'm like,
She does it all the time. She swear I'm talking to her. And then it's not even like my Echo, it's my daughter's laptop. Well, her tablet.
they
Like,
talk.
why are you talking? Yeah.
I don't like that. Don't like
Me
that. We'll turn
either.
off the island right now.
I know. But yeah, so that's what been my week. It's just been like diving into the whole candle making stuff and just enjoying it and having fun. I did watch another episode of Penguin. So
Ooh,
good.
is this? I gotta watch. It's on my
Mm-hmm.
to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
Mm-hmm.
watch that show. I've been hearing really
No,
good.
okay, so but the fact that the guy who plays Penguin is Colin Farrell,
Colin Farrell?
bro, I swear, I keep looking at this screen like, but where is he in there? Because
Colin Farrell?
this is not his face. This is not his build. This is he
He's
must
a
do like
comedian.
he must do like 9 hours of makeup or something. Like I don't understand. He must have to live in that suit like during the whole filming
No, I'm
because
shook to my core right
it's
now.
a complete transformation. Like I know what Colin Farrell looks like.
Elf, right? Am I thinking about the right person? I'm not Colin Farrell? Okay.
Okay, bitch, you're thinking Will Farrell.
Okay, hold on. No, let's take it to the pause.
You're
I gotta take it
thinking
to
Will
Google.
Farrell. Colin Farrell is like a little Scottish, or is he Irish? Man, who he's a really like big actor, kind of hot to some people,
Colin
but
Farrell? Sorry,
yes,
it waves. It waves again. I can see him as the penguin.
right. This is what I'm saying. He must live in that
Has to.
makeup
Has to live in.
and fat suit because it must take like so long to create that look.
Wow. Okay,
It's
so
a
I was definitely
complete.
thinking Will Ferrell. I was like, ain't no way Will
I
Ferrell.
can't believe you thought it was Will Farrell.
Listen, this is why we have Google at our hands to confirm what I'm thinking sometimes. I'm like,
Will Ferrell is mad tall for one. He's a comedian.
you know, sometimes comedians take on like these roles.
That's true. That's true. They do take on drama, and they're really good at them too.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
They're usually
saying,
really good at
girlie.
them.
Yeah,
But
that's
no,
crazy.
it's common,
Common.
and I don't. I don't even understand. I did not get to watch Love Is Blind because I'm waiting on my husband,
What happened?
and
Oh,
we watched together. And you know, it's like cheating if you watch it alone.
girl. Jose said go Juan. He said I'm not gonna catch up. But like also TikTok, like, and I love TikTok. Like, don't get me wrong, TikTok is the way.
Mhm.
But they also spoil it right away, so it's just like, damn, give
They
me a
spoiled two
day,
things
give me
for
a
me.
day. But
They
I also do it to myself, like on Twitter, and I'll be like, I mean X, sorry.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Instagram spoiled two things for me.
do you want to know or do you want to watch it?
We could talk. We could talk. We
Okay,
could talk.
so fuck, I don't know their names.
Okay, so there's only like Marissa Ramses, Ashley and Tyler, Monica, and come on, I'm doing so good. I'm doing so good. Monica and Garrett. Yes. Monica and Garrett. And that's it. That's left, right?
Oh, those three, cause Hannah
Yeah.
and Nick, they burned out
She,
fast.
yeah.
Hold on, let
Yeah.
me
But
see.
I don't think that
No,
he would have said
Taylor
yes to
and
her.
Garrett, not. What did you say?
Monica.
Monica.
I
I'm like,
said
no, you
Monica.
keep, and that's what confused me the first time.
All
I have
right.
an article pulled up just so I can know.
No, but the first time I called her Monica and you thought Taylor. But anyways,
Anyway, we're not
it's not
tit for tat,
important.
tit for tat, tit
It's
for
not
tat.
important. It's not important.
Okay, so I caught up on all 3 episodes when that last episode premiered, the wedding episode. So you're okay to get spoiled, right? Spoiler, if nobody has watched.
Yeah. Spoiler,
Okay,
spoiler, spoiler. I
so
already saw Ramses was telling Marissa that she's too much.
the way
And
that couple was on my top,
the way I have a conversation about this, okay?
possibly.
I want to give Marissa the biggest fucking hug because I see Marissa as this woman who went into this experience and was herself, was open, was honest, was she had a beautiful light. You know, she brought joy, she brought happiness, she was spirited. And these experiments have a lot of stress with them. You know, like a lot of people break down, and you see it in the episodes. You see it what happened with Hannah. You see what happened with Tim and Alex. You see what happened with all these people who go through the experiment and then they feel like really stressed out because they're making this permanent decision in such a short time. And she was just like a fucking light throughout the whole
So happy
series.
the whole time.
And for him to come in and claim to love her for who she is and then tell her you're too much. No, go fuck yourself. Okay? Go fuck yourself because that woman is beautiful. And you don't ever make her feel like she is too much for just being herself. She was never bad to you. She was never like, if her energy is too much for you, then you need to walk away because you are too weak for her.
Exactly.
Not because she is too much.
Percent. No, I love Marissa. Marissa was the shining light to this season, I feel. Like she was I think I just love her voice and her personality. That I was like, every time she came to my screen, I was like, oh my god, it's Marissa. Like and like
Yeah.
you could see like
The break in her after he
yeah,
said
and
that.
it's just like and then again, can I've seen like a lot of people on Twitter and like TikTok say this. It's like, can we say what's his name, Ramses? Like, can we say that he was love bombing her? And I feel like he was. I
Yeah.
feel like he just wanted to get through to this process. Like, I don't think he was like, because then the conversation was just like, it was saying that, what was it? Like, oh, they were saying about his, like, his ex wife and everything. It's like, but you know what you're signing up for on the show. And I get it. And this
Right.
is why I said in the last episode, this all speeds up everything in 6 weeks, but you know what you're signing up for. It's not like you just said, "Oh, I'm signing up for like 3 different reality TV shows and whatever."
Yeah.
You know this whole process. It's not like season 1 when you didn't know this whole process. So it's just like don't dim her light like that. And also like on top of that, she even said that she was fighting a autoimmune disease that she's still fighting, and she was tired from work. And he was just like, it felt like he just wanted to have sex. Like I'm gonna say that.
Yes.
Like, and it's like, this is the whole point of the show. It's speedballing your life a little bit. Like they move in. She's tired. She's working, studying to be a lawyer. Like she's doing all of this. And like, is he unemployed or is he employed? I don't remember. That's the thing. And then it's like you say that to her, and you could see her. And then, she even went on TikTok or Instagram. I don't know which one. She was like to defend. Like she was like asking her partner, "Are you sure?" She wasn't like begging for him to stay. She was like, "Are you sure this is what you want to do?" Which I get that. I 100% agree with
Yeah.
that. But I also just feel like, again, I think he just wanted to get to this process just enough and pull out. But to break her down like that, like she was, like even in the solo interviews, I felt so bad for her because she was sobbing so much. I was worried for Marissa's mom. Like Marissa's mom was gonna drag him, and then she should. And this is why I like that she was protective at first. Like when I first saw that episode when they meet the parents, I do feel like she was like the mom was being a lot, but I'm like she's protecting her daughter. Like what mother wouldn't be like that? And like, thank God she was, because she was like, sign a prenup. And look, thank God they didn't even get married. Because, I don't know if they were okay with the prenup. I don't remember if Marissa said she was fine with it. But like, imagine how they got married or something like that. Like, no, he's trash. And like, they really lost me with him when it was like the whole condom sex talk. Like, it should be pleasurable. Like, if she's like, I have like, come on, me. Like, now you're being just like a fucking gross ass person. And then like, even though like on Twitter there was like a post, and I forgot who posted it, that said, no matter how much you want to love a man, you have to always remember he's still a man. And I was like, yup, that is true. He still showed his true colors, which sucked so bad. Like I was like, oh my god,
It was just disgusting. Like mind you, I only saw a clip on Instagram. I haven't even watched the full episode yet, but
girl.
I already know I'm gonna be triggered because that feeling of being too much and intimidating men and them not being able to like handle a strong woman who can also just like bring her own joy into life is so triggering. Like, you are beautiful, you are a light, you are not too much, you deserve
Don't
the
dim your
world. You
light
look
for
at the
no man,
world.
girl. Keep
Don't
shining
you
because you're
dare
gonna
dim
find
your light.
somebody who's gonna
For
appreciate that shyness.
this man, he was not ready for this experience. He was not ready for the amazing person that you are. He does not
Exactly.
deserve to be in your space, your vicinity, to be in your heart. He needs to go. He needs to go figure out his life
And did you see his
because
new picture, like him with his long hair out? I was like, okay. Like apparently he grew out his hair or something like that. I don't know.
this I don't like I barely liked his hair.
I didn't like those
Barely.
two braids. Yo, I think
I
somebody.
saw a picture that was a throwback of him with like full dreads on top.
No, 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 no. This was like,
And that looked good. But
oh, I
this,
didn't
the
see that.
curl with the dread and then the full curl, I was like, I
No,
cannot.
I didn't get the two braids, but somebody on Twitter, yo, Twitter. Do you remember that movie Matilda?
Of course.
Hey, remember when the lady pulls the two girls her pigtails like that?
First of all, I dressed as her as for Halloween one year.
Really?
Like when I do my hair like that, I think I was at our old job when I do my hair like that and then put my glasses on, I look just like her.
But yo, the gif of you know what I'm talking about when they pull
Yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
they were like we're about to do this to Ramses. I was like, oh, I'm like yo, Twitter did
Yes.
not come to play.
Throw him out of this fucking world. If he thought women didn't want him before, we damn sure don't want you now.
But wait, hold on.
Goodbye.
When Hannah told Ashley, yeah, because it's Ashley. No, it's not Ashley and Tyler, right? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Ashley and Tyler. Okay, ooh, bring it
Yeah.
back, bring it back, bring it back. Sorry. When Hannah told when Hannah told Tyler, no, when Hannah told Ashley that
Okay.
Nick doesn't like to eat pussy or doesn't want to have sex or is like he's more jealous of my vibrator. I was like trash this man like
Yeah.
just say you don't like him like
Genuine.
it's okay. And I get it. It's good to give honest feedback. Don't get me wrong. And then also, I was a little bit upset with Hannah. And again, I want your perspective of this because you saw that episode, right? That was the episode
Yeah.
from you. She was, what was that best? She was like, my best friend, my best friend. Bitch, you met her in the pod. Like,
I know. She was like, "Oh, my best friend in the
she like
world." Like
my best friend in the world, and I'm like,
you met her 25 days ago.
it just didn't match for me.
You met her
Because I
25
was
days
just like,
ago.
wait. And then there's the thing, I'm like, did they know each other before this? Like, I was very confused. And then she was
No.
like, that is my best fucking friend, and I'm
In
like,
the world.
in the
My
world, it
best
was the in the world part for me, and
friend.
I'm like, your friends, like your actual best friends, will be looking at you like, bitch. And
Right.
then
Who are
he
all the
was like,
other people?
he didn't. I don't think he said anything disrespectful while he was talking to them.
Yes, he did.
He did. Okay.
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
Okay, so this is
Okay,
my
so
hot take with Hannah
I
and
didn't
Nick.
guess like just like tuned out of
But
it.
I think that's because you're a flirty girl.
Probably.
So for me, and me and Rich watched this together, and me and Rich were on the same fucking page with this.
Okay, talk to me.
But like having a conversation of closure is one thing. Telling her, okay, see, now I'm too far removed. I don't really remember the word for words, but it was like, you have a beautiful soul. You were
Yes.
always it
Okay.
for
Yes. Yes.
me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You were all of that was unnecessary. What she said to him, I feel he needed to hear and was very nice. But what he was saying to her, I feel like it was like
It wasn't what she was trying to say.
it wasn't what she was trying to say.
Because she was
She
like,
was
you just
trying to
came
say
off
like
like this, and then I remember that. Like she was like, you're coming off as this, and then what did she say? She's like, but like, oh, that he was shallow.
yeah,
There you go. Sorry.
yeah, she was saying you lead with shallowness when you have a deep heart. Like you should lead with that instead. Like you're a good person. And then that was fine, but I feel like he was trying to tell her like it's they're still open. And that part, I'm like,
Oh,
cause like why I just feel like why else are you sitting there cozied up with Shorty in the corner for 40 minutes apparently, looking her in her eyes, telling her how beautiful of a soul she is and how she was always it and all of this. It's like you could have been like, I really liked you in the pods and I was hurt that you didn't want to pursue more. I thought you were a great person. Conveys the same message. It's not like all romantic and shit. Like, like I don't know. I feel like he went a little too far in, and then
okay.
in the end, I think he was being a little defensive because he didn't want to admit that
Okay.
or like
That makes
be
sense.
fully honest about what he was saying. But with that being said, Hannah was still wrong with a lot of things. Like I feel
Yeah.
like
Again,
It was on both sides.
okay.
It was on both
So
sides.
maybe I did some part of it out because I don't really. I just remember her saying that lead with this instead of that.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I remember Hannah like going off again, her best friend in the fucking world, and I was like, again,
Yeah, relax, bitch. You just met her.
again,
Like you don't know her like that.
who is
Like,
she? Question. You probably didn't even know her until you followed her on Instagram. Oh no,
first of all,
wait, hold on.
you met her 30 days ago and then you didn't even see her for like 3 weeks out of those 30 days. Like, how well do you really know her?
I
Like,
think
let's
this
be for
experience is good.
real.
I feel like they need to kind of take a hiatus with Love Is Blind. I mean, it makes probably one of the best TV shows in the world.
Hiatus.
I
Where am
think
I
like
gonna
this
get
experiment
my
is like it's nothing like season 1, 2, or 3.
No, they need to hire. You see, but this is a thing. I feel like part of me feels like they need to hire better casting directors
Okay.
because the people they cast are like
You know
fully
Chelsea's one of
diabolical.
the casting people, right? She's the one that's married to Kwame.
Well, I can't stand her. She drives me crazy.
So crazy.
Like,
I don't know how.
she gives
I
me
was
like
voting. I
serial killer
thought I
vibes.
wasn't voting, but I really thought Kwame was gonna say no on the altar when he
Me
said yes.
too.
I almost fainted. I was like,
Me.
because Kwame like during that, and it might have been editing. He did not look like he was fucking with her.
I
He's like,
know.
I can't stand this
I
bitch.
have, and I'm very sorry, Chelsea, because you're probably a really nice person, but
No, her
I
personality is
feel like
beautiful, and I was just like,
she gives like serial killer vibes, and I feel like Kwame is
bitch,
scared.
bitch, bitch.
Like like I'm usually not that person who's like, oh, black man with a white woman is get out. Like I never go there. But in this situation, she scares the
Bitch.
shit out of me. I feel like this is a get out
Oh
situation.
my.
She's just always like, like those people who are like really hype, but then they're like, you're gonna do it, right?
Oh my
Like
god. That's
like that
me.
energy.
That's
Like
me.
she gives me like that energy, and I don't know if it's just like the screen, the TV,
Again,
her
it could be
like
the
the
editing.
edit.
Could be the edit.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if she got a bad edit. I don't know if every time she's on screen they just portray her to look this way. I'm sorry again, but you scared the shit out of me. Like,
It's surprising they're still together. Proud of them. Proud of them.
cause he's scared.
Wow. Victoria. That's
I'm
crazy.
just speaking my truth, okay? She
Listen,
scares the
who
shit
am
out
I?
of
Who am
me.
I to shut you down on our own podcast? Your truth.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I
Like, let me
apologize. I
talk my
apologize
shit.
for myself. Um,
No, but a lot of the people that season scared the shit out of me. Like, honestly, I feel like that whole season was slightly unhinged. What was that? Bliss and her husband?
Zach.
Is that the guy? Is that his name? Where he went and he found her after the mean girl dumped him?
So that's his name.
Yeah, they feel like slightly unhinged to me as well. The black couple, they feel slightly
Oh no,
unhinged to
I
me.
love them.
She cries so much.
I mean, people are emotional.
But like, Jesus Christ, lady. Like, stop
No, no,
crying.
no, no. I think it's just an emotional process. He's
No.
also so good.
Okay. I give you like 2 cries. Pick your 2 moments. It's not even that many episodes for you to be crying that many
No,
times.
I love that. I don't know the couple's name. I forgot. Tiffany and somebody.
I feel like Tiffany is correct.
Then it was Micah, right? No, am I confusing the seasons now?
No, I think you're right. But I like Micah. Micah seems sane.
Who
She seems
was
normal.
it Jackie on that season too? With Marshall?
Who's checking? Okay, so that's a different
Okay,
season.
so I think now okay, no, because then
You
Tiffany
see,
and that
again,
guy
those two unhinged
no,
though.
because then Marshall and that other guy with Tiffany.
Hmm.
Okay, so I am confusing the seasons together.
Yeah.
Who the
You
hell
are,
was
you are, you are. But
Green?
you see, those people too unhinged. This is what I'm saying with Love Is Blind. They are very, very good at finding unhinged people in America to do this damn show. Like they are really good at it. And I don't know if that's like their niche or if they need to hire those casting directors and get new ones because every fucking season it's another like set of crazy ass people doing crazy ass shit.
Like the unhinged people.
But then exactly, this is what I'm
Like
saying.
I do like the
So it's
unhinged
like part of me is like they need to either fix that, but the other half of me is like, if they do, will the show even be that good?
That's what I'm saying.
But then
Is the
like
formula really broken? Maybe. But
exactly.
I am still very surprised that I want to see the reunion only to see where Ashley and Taylor
Oh
landed.
my God.
Tyler, oh my god, now I'm fucking losing my mind. Ashley and Tyler, because the way did she bring up? Did she tell anybody that he has kids? Because now America knows for damn sure.
Remember, I didn't even see the last
Oh, that's
episodes.
right. So they got married. So,
I saw that. I saw that she said yes
yeah,
because all of like Black Twitter was like, me watching Ashley say yes to this diabolical liar is wild.
Black Twitter
Like, so,
goes off sometimes. Oh, I love Black Twitter.
sometimes.
All the time, all the time. Because I was also on Black Twitter when they actually said yes to Tyler, and I was
Mhm.
crying.
No, I love
They're
it.
like
I
when
love hearing
Ashley
it.
says my intuition is correct.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like it's not even, but didn't she say something? So I saw a clip where she was like, something just doesn't feel right. Like, did she say that?
no, I don't. Their bodies were so boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I
I,
heard like some of
it's
them like
true.
they're like at one point they have like the eye patches under her, and
Oh, did
that's
you
like
see?
did
Okay, so
people so dirty
I
because
started following her
and
and
it just
she
seems
did
like it
like,
was like
yeah, so I started following her Instagram and she did like a TikTok video that's hilarious where it's like times you're on TV and you wish you could edit it and then you see her, she's
just ugh.
like,
Yeah.
like trying to
Did
like
you see
slick
also
it
when
back up.
Netflix like apparently Ramses, is that his name? I forgot
Yeah.
that his ass was like almost out, like it looked like he was wearing like
The thong.
and no, because at one point one of Tyler's friends asked him like, oh, like he was like, I'm ready for after the wedding, the baby making factory. Somebody wrote, so does he forget about his other kids? And I was like, yeah. And
Okay, so
Ramsey,
let's get into
apparently
that.
Ramsey's ex-wife is coming out with some shit, or she came out with some shit.
Oh.
I tried to look all over the internet for it, and by the all over I meant Twitter. I couldn't find it, so I was like, hopefully somebody else can find it for me. Like,
Wait, hold on. Let's talk about because I listened to the whole like 3 minute video of Tyler's baby mama
I gave up
talking.
after a minute. I was like, I'm tired. It was like 8:30 in the morning when you hit me
Ooh,
with that shit. I was like, I'm so
girl.
exhausted.
Okay, let me give you a quick rundown. So first, she was married to another woman. They did decide to use Tyler as a sperm
Uh
donor.
huh.
Then, like while she was pregnant, the wife left her and went to Cali. Decided she wanted nothing to do with the baby. Tyler stepped in and said, I don't want my kid to grow up in a single parent household. I want to be a dad. They had a conversation about what that means. They started living together. Now, the son and the twin daughters are only like a year apart. So she got pregnant like right away after because they were like having, doing the birds and the bees. So she said they were very much a family unit, but they will also see other people. And they lived together, and he was very involved in the kid's life. He told her that he's going on the show. She was very supportive. They were talking about her and the kids being at the wedding. They were like wishing him good luck. And he went over there because I guess he moved out at some point. He went over there like the day before he went on the show or some shit like that. And, she like wished him good luck. He said bye to the kids. Never heard from him again. And I'm not laughing. I'm just saying this is really fucked up. Like, I'm a mother. I'm not laughing. That poor woman, I feel like she got duped, being a single mother of 3 now. Oh my God. And then I saw the
And he
kids
hasn't
because,
reached out to her since coming back from the show.
and mind you, the show is you're only away in the pods 2 weeks.
Right.
And then you go to
Right.
Mexico and then you come back and you
Oh,
acclimate
but
to
wait,
like,
hold on. So 3 weeks officially because
right.
you don't have a phone in Mexico.
Well, okay, sure. Like, let's say they don't. 3 weeks. And that it was last year, October.
Right, because that's how it always happens.
hmm
That's crazy.
Which means there's a whole set of psychos right now in a pod talking to somebody.
Bitch. Yo, psychotic.
It's very fitting that they do this in October.
Oh, spooky season. Spooky season. No,
Creeps coming out at night.
ooh. Somebody put Thriller on right now.
No,
Oh,
I'm saying
no.
like they really pick a very special select few for this
Maybe
shit.
that's why Chelsea picks them? No, let me stop. Wedding dress was beautiful, Ashley's.
Yeah,
Ashley's dress
well,
was beautiful. Again, Tyler, why weren't the kids at the wedding?
I
You
learned
already
there's so
mentioned
many
them.
questions.
Like, did anybody? And
There's
then,
so
like, people
many.
on Twitter were saying that kind of weird. Kind of weird that not even like his family mentioned that like where the kids, or at least they
Wait,
cut it out because that's pretty diabolical too. Like these kids exist. Like mom, dad, like talk. And I do want to know if Ashley told her parents about it
right.
because like
I,
that's I feel like
I think at the reunion, there's a lot of questions that
but
need to
also you
be
know like Nick
answered.
Lachey and Vanessa Lachey they don't ask the right questions. That's another part of that. Like I want Cameron and Lauren. There you go. To be the host. They're the first couple of season one.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I
But
figured that.
Amber and Barnett still going strong.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Thank
I know what
God.
you're talking about.
That's true love. That's actually finding
Hmm.
it in the pods. Like that was like you can never recreate season one for me.
No, season one was really, and they were the most sane people.
The
After
sanest of
them,
people. Like remember at one point
after,
like she was like I still don't know what I'm gonna say, and he was just like well Amber was a little unhinged.
yeah,
Like Amber also
she
was
but
just like
like she
I
was like
want that.
normal. She's like normal and
Yeah,
Hinge, where
normal
it's like
unhinged.
she likes
But
to
like when she
party. She's a little hype, a little unorganized.
no. But when she said, "Oh, I do have school debt, but I also just want to be a stay-at-home mom," and he just like said, "Okay, like win the lottery." Like, I mean, I don't
She
understand.
really did though. She really
Barnett
did
is a
it.
whole scientist. I think he's
No,
a
yeah,
scientist, probably.
a
But like,
hot one.
good for her. Like, listen, I feel like this queen.
Hmm.
I do want them to bring. Oh, and then we had Taylor and Garrett.
But yes, we know they said yes, right?
Yeah, but like again, their wedding was like whatever. Like,
Yeah, because they're normal.
which I kind of like.
They're
And
they're
they're both
normal.
scientists, right?
I
Who
know
on
he is.
Twitter? They're like
I
scientists
know he is. I don't know what she does, but I know he is. But yeah, so that's our Love is Blind recap.
for the reunion.
That was great.
I want that guy that was a art dealer, the one that killed his family.
Leo.
I want that. I need to know
Yeah,
what the fuck
Leo.
happened with that.
We need to know what happened with Leo.
No,
Hopefully we'll find out at the
1,000%.
reunion. Okay, so what else is on? Married at First Sight is back. There's only like one episode though. The whole episode's be long as hell.
Really, I never seen Married
Um,
at First Sight.
oh my God, those episodes are like literally 2 hours long. Literally.
With or without commercials?
With
Oh hell no! That's like an hour and a
with
no. Can't.
yeah. Like I could play that while I'm working
Oh
and then that's how I watch it because otherwise I'll be falling asleep.
no, 2 hours is crazy.
It's crazy. But those people are crazy too. So it's fun to watch sometimes. Like once you get past the weddings and then you get into them like getting used to each other and shit, that's like when
That's
it
what I'm
gets really
saying. It's like really getting used to someone. You're like, oh, you're in my space. Like, what are you doing here?
yeah, no, it
That's the
gets
part that
really
fucks with. That's what
crazy.
I'm saying. Like, it's too much pressure too fast. Like, I get why these, but a lot of these
But that's
girls
what
like
I'm
burn
saying. That's
steam
the
so fast.
stress.
That's stress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying for Marissa. Like, she was really like this light, this joy. She was just happy. She was handling it. She was good while doing everything else that she does. Like, she just packed it all on and she was like skipping through the fucking day. And here he comes just stomping all over her happiness like a fucking little monster. I hate him. I'm sorry, I don't
We are
hate him.
not
But
Team
like
Ramsey
right
on this
now,
pod. Ramses or
men,
Ramsey, whatever.
Ramses, whatever the hell. That man.
Potato,
That man.
potato, because we don't like him.
Right. Your name is what I decide to call you. Just
Exactly.
kidding. But yeah, so
Um.
that's it. What else happened in pop culture? The only thing I know, because I'm an auntie, is that Liam Payne, he passed away. I finally figured out how.
Oh
He fell off
yeah,
the balcony after having pink cocaine, which I learned is a cocktail of drugs.
which is That's also insane too. Is
It was like they said they found crack in his system,
That's
cocaine,
what I heard too.
benzos. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, like God rest his soul, but how high did you need to be? Like, I cannot imagine taking one of those drugs, let alone all three at the same time. It's wild.
That is
The-
actually I had never heard of pink cocaine until his autopsy was released.
yeah,
Um,
until this week.
you know what's really crazy is that with Liam Payne and One Direction in general, I had just missed the cusp. Like I did like their songs, but I wasn't like that much of a fangirl of them. Like again, I was a fan because their songs were catchy, and like the whole breaking of the band didn't really affect me. But I think that he's so young, 31 is young, and to die in that manner after revealing like he said he struggled a lot with addiction. So like he with depression and suicide and suicidal thoughts. So it's just like to see that he was trying to overcome it. And and again, this is allegedly. They said that he only stood there longer because there was like a hiccup with his visa to come back to the States, and that it got approved that he like I think he passed away on a Wednesday, and that his visa got approved on a Friday. And like again, like the personal demons like people are fighting, especially him, God knowing what he went through, and this also relates to like his ex girlfriend at the not at the time, sorry, his ex girlfriend in general, like writing a book that's like fiction, but like she says she pulls from her real life, her ex relationship with him, like that's, and like they were going through legal battles. It was just like, look, I don't know what's real or what's not. Like I wasn't a true like One Direction fan. I do like their music, but it was sad. It's very sad to see somebody just die so young. But TMZ is also wild. Like they posted not that I don't think they posted pictures of a full body, but they posted pictures like his tattoo of him on the floor, like he passed away.
To see the pictures. Like,
Yeah,
respect the body, respect the
yeah,
families,
and then that's the
respect
thing
the
too.
people who are hurting. We don't need to see the
That and
pictures.
then I think, and this is all allegedly again. I don't think the family was informed. I think they found out like us,
Oh my God.
because
That
again,
is
this
so
is
crazy.
Argentina, and Argentina and the U.S. are usually on the same time sometimes, like except when we change our clocks. And then London is still 6 hours ahead. So imagine you're just finding out with the rest of us. Like that's traumatizing. And Liam does have a son that he leaves behind. His name is Bear, 7 years old. And I think the mom's name is Cheryl. I'm not 100% sure. Like the baby mom's. The mother, she was like, "Okay, you guys just give him a bit of dignity after his death. Like I have to deal with telling the son that he'll never see his father again, and you guys are over here just like they're pulling out you know how it is when people die, like they pull out every story out the fucking woodworks, like they can.
Sad and disgusting the way they tear these people apart.
Exactly, and
I
it's just like,
wasn't,
oh. But again, we hope he's in a better place now. We hope he's at
yeah,
peace,
yeah,
and that if you're really struggling and everything, please go seek help.
yeah,
There's always a light in
please.
the tunnel. You know.
I feel like I've been hearing about a lot of death lately, and I just want everybody to just like, please take care of yourselves, take
Hmm.
care of your mental health.
Mental health is number one. Like always remember
It's
that.
number one at all times. Just please, like, I don't know. It's just really hard. It's really sad. I know people have their personal demons, and it's not always able to be overcome.
Hmm.
But if it is, if there's any glimpse, if there's any hope, if there's any way, just go for it. Just try to get that help. Reach out to whoever, whatever it is that will help you get through your darkest times. Just do it, please.
And also, if this is just a general message for everybody, like always check up on everybody.
Yeah, and check on your
You don't really
friends.
know what. Check up on your friends, check up on your family. You really don't know
Mhm.
what people are going through, and sometimes that just, hey, like that check in could mean the world to anybody.
Yeah,
So just
yeah,
check in, but that was sad news. It also just wasn't news I wasn't expecting. I think it's
yeah,
because I just
definitely.
when a celebrity dies, they're older. It's like okay, like we knew the age of, but like again, so young at 31. That's what shook me. And this is like it's just sad. Sorry, it's just
into our deep dark thoughts.
Talk to me.
So really with today and us releasing the pod this week, I really just wanted to talk about like I don't know if it's really more of a question or if it's more of a discussion. I really just wanted to talk about like following, like I feel like we're in our 30s now, right?
Hmm.
So it's like choices that we make, they're not just like regular choices where you really have much to bounce back from later on. Like, I feel like in our 20s, there's a lot less weight. In our 30s, there's a lot more weight on what you decide to do with your life and the choices you make and the situations you get put into. You know what I'm saying? And this has been coming up a lot for me lately. Like, I have a friend who, I'm not gonna get into too many details just to respect her situation, but like her boyfriend's baby mother committed suicide, and now she is considering taking the kids in with the boyfriend, and that's like such a heavy decision. And my grandmother, she had a stroke where it was massive and it changed her life completely, and now she's like tied up on tubes that are basically keeping her alive. And there's just been like a lot of death around me lately, just like a lot of people passing away, even with the Liam Payne situation. And it's just like with even with doing this pod and making these decisions, like for you, what was your thought process of just, I'm gonna make this decision and make this leap and start this business and do this pod and really put this into my life, or like choose to make my life go down this route? Because like for me, like I'll go first so that you can understand more of what I'm trying to say. For me, looking at my grandma like that, I didn't want to wake up like 70 years old and be like, well, I never did this, I never did that, I never tried this, I never tried that. I always wanted to, but I never did it. I made these choices to stay in my job and be a good worker, and now I regret it, you know? And I felt like I'm in my 30s now. I need to pursue these things to give a more fulfillful feeling to my life. Does that make sense? So that like I don't regret not trying or following my dreams or being brave
Hmm.
or just trying, or like I don't want to just give up before I try and then regret that. So those are my thoughts. What were your thoughts in deciding, cuz we spoke about this back in like 2017, 2018, all these years before, and it was like we weren't ready yet. So like what was your thought process where you were like, you know what, I'm ready?
For me, um, I think what was holding me back in the years prior was my shyness. I wasn't that confident in that, like, in thinking this podcast would take off or whatever happened. I also think that because you're trying to figure out who you are at those ages too, um, sometimes you don't want to commit to the work of actually doing all of this. And I think for me, what changed this year specifically when I told you, I was like, I think we should just start it and fuck it. Like, and I think I even said that during like one of our like pre episodes. Like, it was just us like really just like trying to figure out what convict was gonna be. I think it was like, if we try and it doesn't succeed, hey, shit, at least we tried. We could say that we tried it and it didn't pick up or it didn't go anywhere. But now that we're doing it, now that we're like really pushing on the social medias, on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, like it does feel such a difference that I don't think I was ready for during my earlier, like my later 20s in a way. I think I was also still trying to figure out who I am. Where now I feel like, I think that people always try to figure out who you are. Like, you're always trying to,
To some extent.
like, you're always trying to not rebrand yourself, but you're always trying to figure out something new about yourself. Where I
Yeah,
think in
grow.
the like 2017, I was still trying to figure out who I am and like who I want to be. Where now I have like a more solid ground, like I have a better foundation of myself, where I could do this podcast, and I'm like, I'm just not talking out of my ass, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I feel for me, like, I'm always saying I have a hard time, I'm having a hard time.
Hmm.
Like, after all the changes that I went through from being pregnant, getting pregnant again, so I became a mom of two babies, and then I moved to Florida. I got engaged, I got married. All of this happened within the span of 5 years, and it was just like a lot. And I just felt before this, I was working a corporate job. I had my online shoe boutique, was building a brand. I was building a business. I was meeting a lot of people. I was out. I was really like I was traveling, you know. I was really getting into this groove of being who Vicky is and what Vicky is. And I was building up this person that I loved. I loved the freedom I created for myself. I love the creativity I created for myself. I loved all of that. And then it all switched when
Like
I
you went
got
from one
pregnant and
major
decided
end to another major end so
completely,
fast, though,
yeah,
so fast.
so fast. And it was COVID and it was everything. And I just kind of went into a shell. And it was a shell where I was depressed and I did have and do still have like very high anxiety, and I just felt lost and alone. And I didn't really know who I was anymore or have anything for myself. I was just a mom. I was just a wife. All my friends were very far removed. I'm just here. I work remote. I'm just here in this apartment being a mom and a wife. But there was no more Vicky who has a business. There was no more Vicky who gets to travel. There was no more Vicky who's this really fun friend going out for drinks, taking shots, doing this, doing that. There was no more of that. It was just mom, wife, that's it. And then I was alone. And I was feeling really depressed. And I think that this year I really started working on like my fitness and my mental health, and that brought me into like when you said that you wanted to start this, I was like it gave me like a light again,
Hmm.
you know? And now, I'm thinking of starting the candle bit. Well, I'm not thinking, I'm going to start the candle business, and I'm writing children's books and I'm doing all these things, and it's just like it's giving me life again.
I feel like, and this is just my perspective of it, I feel like it's giving you motivation
Mhm.
try new things again, like you were back when we were living together here in New York. Like I
Yeah.
remember your shoe business. I remember you traveling. I remember your photo shoot from Chicago still because I wanted to go on
Yeah.
that trip and I couldn't. I was so upset. I remember your trip to Thailand, like, and I remember us
Mhm.
going out. I remember, and then, again, a lot of people say, "Well, that's what happens. Like you become a mom." It's like no, like, and again, I'm not trying to be offensive to the mom community ever, but like, mom shouldn't be your only identifier. Like,
But it is what happens.
yeah.
Like that is what happens. Like I hear it from so many moms. It's like you become a mom, and then especially when it's like not a planned pregnancy, and you're just like you get engulfed into it,
Hmm.
into keeping this little baby alive and everything that they do and trying to like be everything for them, and then you forget yourself. You forget yourself completely, and I hear it all the time, and it was depressing. Like it was really depressing me. And when I hear about like people committing suicide or taking all these drugs and everything, it's like I get it. Like I get being that low that you need an escape. I get like not being able to feel, so you're trying to do something to make yourself feel. I get like not wanting to do this anymore. To just feeling like everybody else will be better off without you. Like I get that. But I don't know. I just feel like what I'm learning about myself is that being busy, doing all these things, it makes me feel really good.
And that's good too, because look, now you're
Hmm.
vlogging. You're vlogging, sorry, vlogging.
Vlogging.
Vlogging. And like, look, like you're taking, again, this is the Vicky I remember too. Like,
Hmm.
you're doing the candle business. Hey, fuck it. If it does or it doesn't work out, fuck it. At least you're trying it. Like, you can't say that you did it. You know what I mean? You're writing the children's book. Again, I see people that vlog, and that's a lot too. Just again doing all the cuts and everything. Like, trust me, I've seen other people do it. That's not something I've done before, so I will try. I'll try to. We should do a comic vlog, like a day like with
Yeah.
Connie, day like with Vicky's, like things like that. Obviously, we won't show the kids because that's we want to keep them off the internet
Yeah.
as much as possible. Um, but like things like that, I think it's never too late to try something new. And I am so proud of you that you're trying something new. And I am so happy that I remember texting you, and I'm like, I think we should do it. Like, fuck it, let's just do it. And like, thankfully, we had like supporters supporting us since like 2017, like to encourage us. Like those people are still supporting us till now. Like, and it's so
Yeah.
great to see that. And um, I get that, like feeling low and those things like that. And it's like how to say this, and I'm gonna try to say this in like in a very positive way. It's like it does get to you. Life is hard. Like don't get us wrong. Like we get life is hard, but like I think that you could always in that light tunnel. Like it's hard sometimes. Like don't get me wrong. Like it is,
Yeah.
but always know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel,
Yeah.
and that you have people that love you, and that people that support you, and people that will pick you up when you're down. And that's what like I always say. Like just like always make sure your mental health is like number one priority in your life.
Yeah.
Regardless of everything, that should always be your number one priority in life. Which is why I also want to stem into I love that now because back then it was never talked about. But mental health now is being more talked about, more respected, and I like that turn that we're having in
Me too.
society because before it was like they would say, "Oh no, you shouldn't go to a therapist because that's for like people that are wrong." But
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
therapy doesn't have to be about that. Therapy could just be like a check-in. Like, hey, this is how I'm
Mm-hmm.
feeling. I don't know how to deal with this. Can you help me? It's a help, and it's okay to ask for help. We change our tires. We go to the doctor when we're sick. How
Hmm.
come we can't go to the doctor when our brain doesn't feel correct?
Exactly.
And that's why I've always been an advocate about going to therapy. Like and I will stand by this. Everybody should go to therapy at least once in their life.
Yeah.
Like you could be a strong person, but sometimes when you sit in that chair or virtually now because they do virtual therapy, so if
Hmm.
you don't feel comfortable
I've
going to the
actually
office,
only done virtual therapy.
really. Oh, how is that experience? I did it during the pandemic, but I've always been an in person girly therapy.
Well, I don't know what in person feels like. So
Uh-huh.
for me, it just feels like this kind of.
Oh wow! For me, the in person is just like an hour just talking.
Hmm.
Like it's, I mean, my first couple therapy sessions when I first started therapy, tears, just a bunch of tears. But it's like good to connect. And like I always say, I feel like I always be a person that will never really get off therapy, even if it's just a check in. Like
Yeah.
one time, and like if something's going on, high stress in my life, I know I can always like reach out to go like whatever times I need to go. But it's always a good check in, and I feel like that's something that people don't prioritize. And I'm like, guys, if society's finally changing the way we talk about it, you should change the way you feel about it
Yeah.
too. Like, don't let
I
people get into
agree.
your head saying you shouldn't go. Like, no, fuck that, go.
I agree.
Mhm.
I feel like therapy definitely helps you, especially it's one of the things I did this year. So I usually go for a period of time and then I usually end up stopping. This time I stopped just because I was doing therapy, I was doing a dietitian, I was working out, and I felt like it was being, I was getting overwhelmed with the amount it took to take care of myself.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to stop talking about it and I just wanted to do it. So I went for like a few months to all of those things and then I just started putting into practice what they were telling me to do. Yeah, that and then getting busy with these businesses and stuff. It's just like, okay, I feel like I'm breathing again. I feel like I'm handling again. It's like none of the stressors have stopped, but I'm not taking it on to the point where like down or anything like
Right.
that. I'm just like, all right, it's okay. Like I'm seeing the light again, and I wasn't seeing the light before anymore.
Mhm.
And so I definitely recommend therapy. Yeah, that's the deep dark thoughts. All right. Are you and Jose gonna dress up for Halloween next week?
He works.
Ah,
I
we
know.
have
But
got
I
to
am
get
gonna.
him another
I did
job.
buy a bag of candy for the kids, like in my building.
Okay.
Oh, that's what happened this week. Hold on. Off topic. This is wow. This is such a whiplash episode. Let me tell y'all. I live in an apartment where they have a board, and every October or sometimes in the summer we vote for a new board. Yo, these people are crazy.
Did they vote for you?
No, God, I never run. I would never run because I'm like, this is a lot. So we have a group chat, like a WhatsApp chat. Well, I don't know. I don't know when my phone starts buzzing, and I'm like, oh my God, it's my mom, my dad, my sister, Vix. Like, who's Jose? Like, who's calling me? It was the chat going off. Like, people were just yelling at each other, and I was just and it's like older people too, and I'm like, well, y'all got time. They were like cursing out the board in the chat, and I was just like at one point it was just like we should have everybody's apartment's numbers. I'm like, no, you shouldn't. Like, no, what the fuck? It's a yeah. And then I was like, and then one person on the chat, she was like, I have an Excel sheet because sometimes the mailboxes downstairs aren't updated with everybody's last name, so I check packet. I was like, you know what we should get now? Like one of those like things they have in the upper buildings where they have like a mailbox thing and then we like put it in there and then like it'll show on the screen. But I know that's too much update for this building. But I was just like, yo, she's crazy. And then that was just funny to me because then I met somebody on the during the board voting. That was like a thing in my head, like a little thing. Like during the when we voted for a board, I met young lady downstairs. She lives on the second floor. And we just started talking and everything, and so we exchanged numbers. And then I told her, I'm like, "Are you checking the chat right now? It is going off." And her and I had a giggle about it because I'm like, "Oh, these people are bored. Do they not got jobs? Why is your attention on who lives where? Like, calm down." So it also I kind of referenced this to the girl. I was just like, it like they think this is like murders in the building where the board is like end all be all. The board don't give a fuck what we do. Like, what's the board gonna change here? Nothing. Like, calm it down. This is not like a high end building ass like Upper West Side shit. This is literally the Bronx. Calm down. Like, I'm gonna need you to calm it down. But yeah, sorry. I just had that was a tangent I had to go on. I'm so sorry. What is the quote of this week?
Okay. So the positive quote for this week is, "You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated," by Maya Angelou. Love me some her. So as you heard on this week's episode of Convict Podcast, Love is Blind has the most unhinged cast ever. Fuck Ramses. Or Ramsey, whatever your name is, sir.
We don't like you.
We do not like you. Okay? Tyler, you're a diabolical liar. We'll see you at the reunion.
Can't wait for that. That's what I'm excited to see.
Can't wait for that.
I need Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey to ask the real questions though. Why
real
didn't
ones.
you reveal your children in the pod?
Do we need to write the questions for them?
I'm saying, should we host? Should we host?
I would be so honored.
Well,
I
would be like, I'm considered to please let me
right.
Be like, I probably ignore all the happy couples. I'm like, so Tyler. No, you know, hi. What's the status? Actually, did you hear the baby mom come out? Like, did you? I want to know what you're talking about.
Right. Taylor and Gary, you could just leave because this is gonna be a bloodbath. Just leave Taylor and Gary.
Yeah, Taylor and Gary, we're happy. Blah blah blah. Like, hope you're still together.
Awesome. Great. Now bye. Exit. The rest of you.
One by one. Let's go. I have a clipboard. I will have a clipboard outline.
No, seriously. What's in the actual fuck? But yes.
Marissa will be with Tyler and Garrett because we love her.
Yes.
The rest of you.
Yeah.
Side eye.
Please take care of your mental health. Please take care of your mental health. Check on your friends, check on your loved ones, check on yourself. Just take care of your mental health. And we are released. Woo-hoo! So you guys will get weekly podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube on Wednesdays at 12 p.m.
We're not quoting which time zone. So keep that in mind.
Maybe it'll be a new one every week. Your guess is good as mine.
Oh my god.
A Convict Podcast.
We love you guys. Thank you. We